career win 7 days ago. Dave Westgate in for second, Matt Pion for third. And one thing to note about Westgate, he and Arthur Meack doing that switch off. Tonight it's going to be Meack behind the wheel of the 11. He'll start scratch, and here comes the Sport 4.
Sport 4 main event. Field is set, looking for the green flag. 25 laps is the distance. They come off of 4 one more time. Lavallee and now Mikey LeFort up on the outside. LeFort with a good jump up on the outside. Sets the pace. Nope, this one's coming back. He was just a little bit too quick.
One to watch out for as this season progresses.
You know, one thing, and I was talking about it to his dad earlier, that car is loose.
Yeah.
The back end wants to slide out. If he slowed down just a little bit, it'd be amazing how well he gets through the corners. We'll see if he gets that hint as the green flag unfurls. We're back underway. And down into turn 1, LeFort gets the jump. Here comes Herman up on the outside. Trouble down in 1 and 2 as, the 48 of DeHanchik gets tied up with the 41 of Joe Mello, and the 99 of Arsenal comes in and makes some contact with the left front of the number 48. So a rough start for the Sport 4s here tonight.
An unusual rough start.
Yeah. Changing lives every day. Children.org to donate or learn more. Together, we can make miracles happen. The Elmwood Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram track crew, Walsh's Towing, and East Coast Towing and Recovery pit side. Field is set. Still no laps up on the board. It's been a rough start for this one. So let's see what we get this time. Lavallee and LeFort will bring the field down. AJ Manuel on the inside of row number 2 as KJ looks the field over. Looking for the green, up on the throttle they come. There, we're back underway and down into 1 and 2. 3 wide momentarily as Manuel had a good run heading into 1, but he backed off the throttle and settled in behind.
LeFort testing that second groove. Up on the outside of Lavallee. He backs off the throttle. Lavallee maintains control, and we've hit lap 1.
Here comes the 9 of Herman up top, trying to make a run. He's got last week's feature winner, Richie Johnson, right behind him. And look at Arthur Meack. He's already sliced up into the top 8. They come off the corner. Here comes LeFort down to the inside, looking for the lead.
LeFort and Lavallee go nerf bar to nerf bar for the lead into 1 and off of 2. Down the backstretch they go. They tango for the top spot with Herman and Manuel racing wheel to wheel for position 3.
Off the corner they come, double wide across the stripe, and it's the 19 of LeFort. Setting the pace down into turn number 1. AJ Manuel and Richie Johnson glued to the rear bumper. Johnson down to the inside of Manuel into 3.
Johnson got a great jump on that inside lane and takes the second spot away. Manuel settles in for third, and Arthur Meack from back to front just about started 15th, finds himself now in the top 4. Lavallee rounds out the top 5 as the leaders head into 4.
5 laps up on the board, and Richie Johnson starts to put pressure on the youngster down into 1 and 2. Manuel, Meack, your top 4. Herman and Lavallee battling for the 5th spot. Give it to Christian in the 9 as he sets into the top 5.
Leaders cross the stripe. We are at lap number 6 with LeFort setting the pace on Johnson by about a car length as they start to weave their way through some lap traffic. Sullivan Mello go -1 to the leaders. LeFort and Johnson and Manuel, no problem. As we hit lap 7, the leaders head into 2.
Off of turn number 2 they come, and LeFort continuing to hold off some heavy charges. Richie Johnson, opening night's feature winner, set right behind him across the stripe at lap number 8. Former champion AJ Manuel and Arthur Meack sitting in the top 4 in a little bit of a breakaway, but little by little that 9 is closing in. A little tough to see the number, but the charcoal number 9, it's got the red chrome look as he tries to close in on the top 4.
Leaders thunder into turn number 3 with LeFort and Johnson still dueling for that top spot. LeFort got a little bit loose, able to bring it back. Johnson trying to capitalize on that. Manuel, Meack, and Herman round out the top 5. Great run so far for Christian Herman.
It really is. Part-time runner, and it'd be great to see him more often. Really had some good runs last year when he was here, and opening tonight into the top 5. Up front, battle for the lead. Here comes Johnson down to the inside. LeFort's able to shut the door down through turns 1 and 2. They come down the back straightaway, and LeFort gluing himself to the bottom lane. Richie Johnson going up high, right up on the tail end now, across the stripe down into turn 1.
LeFort got loose over there, but able to shut the door and turn out the lights on Johnson, who now takes a peek to the high side. Doesn't quite have the room. LeFort controls off of 3 and into 4. Got a little slowed up. Still a battle for the lead as we hit lap 13.
Into the corner, contact between Meack and Manuel. Manuel goes around in the middle of the corner, and we are into yellow for the 4th time at lap number 12. KJ looking him over. Waves the green flag. We're underway, and Herman trying to take a peek down to the inside. Settles it back as they come through turns 1 and 2. Johnson evens up with LeFort down into 3 as they go double wide down into the corner.
Double wide into the corner and off of 4. Cross flags given this time by. 13 down, 12 to go. A drag race and it turns 1 and 2. Johnson, that's the run he needed, and that's the run he's going to get on that outside groove. LeFort, though, hanging tight on that left rear quarter panel.
We'll see if Richie Johnson can close the door, because LeFort is keeping it open as they come off the corner. And like I said, the longer the race goes, it looks like Richie has the advantage. But in the short run, Mikey has been the stronger one. We'll see if he can retake that top spot as they come through 3 and 4. And look at Arthur Meack already back up inside the top 4.
Johnson overtakes the lead, able to cross over, shut the door on Mikey LeFort. Herman rounds out the podium. Meack and Budznya, another one. Jacob Budznya, great run for him so far, rounding out the top 5. Battle now is for 6. Lavallee and Manuel trading haymakers, with Manuel crossing up right in front of Lavallee, takes that 6th spot away.
Yeah, down the backstretch, your leaders roll single file down the backstretch. Budznya slides up the racetrack, and here comes Manuel down to the inside, trying to squeeze up into the top 5. Down off the corner, 17 laps up on the board, and Manuel slides by Budznya and set sail there into the top 5, puts his number up on the leaderboard, and tries to close in on that blue and white 11.
Off of 4, though, your leader comes to the start-finish line. It is Richie Johnson of the Matty Tire, number 8. Last week's feature winner and a whole host of throw show and enduro trophies back at his Middleborough home. Into 3 and off of 4, the leaders come. Johnson and LeFort separated by 10 car lengths at lap 19.
Yeah, Richie Johnson really has that car hooked in the later stages. Like I said, the longer that car runs, the faster it seems to be, and he is now running about a half a second quicker, half a second quicker than Mikey LeFort right now. He is absolutely pulling away. That time it's about a 1/10 of a second, but man, he is really cruising. And Christian Herman all over the back bumper of the 19 of LeFort as Hannah Arsenault slides down to the infield. That's going to close us up one more time. She came off a turn 4 and just tried to gather it back in, but the more she tried to hang on, the more it wiggled away from her. And that's going to give us a 5-6 lap shootout in the
Grape.
Strawberry preserve,
Okay.
my friend. Field is set, looking for the green off of turn number 4. KJ looking them over. Up on the throttle they come, and Richie Johnson with a great hole shot on the start, and Christian Herman following right through on the inside. 3 wide momentarily for 3rd as Arthur Meack works that outside lane.
Door handle to door handle between LeFort and Meack. That's the battle for 3rd. Meack sliding just to tick up the racetrack, with LeFort still in his windshield with Richie Johnson, setting the pace by 3 car lengths into 3 and off of 4. This time across the stripe, we're at lap 22.
3 more circuits to go, and all of a sudden, Mikey LeFort goes back on the attack, taking a look to the inside of Christian Herman. They roll down the back straightaway. Manuel and Meack looking for the battle for 4th through 3 and 4 with 2 laps to go.
2 circuits to go. Johnson out front by 8 car lengths as the leaders hit turns 1 and 2. LeFort sliding up, taking a 2nd spot away momentarily from Herman, who gets a great jump on the outside. They race wheel to wheel for the 2nd spot. LeFort crosses up, takes that spot away with a white flag in the air.
AJ Manuel all of a sudden battling for a podium spot as they head down into turn number 1. Slides up. He and Herman racing down into 3 as a checkered flag unfurls off of 4. Richie Johnson will pick up the win. 2nd place, career best for Mikey LeFort. In 3rd place will go to AJ Manuel. by 13 thousandths of a second. How about that for a finish between he and Herman? Meack will round out the top 5. The car, Richie Johnson. Richie, congratulations. Tell us about that battle with Mikey.
Yeah, I got to give it up to him, man. Second year out here, he's learned a lot quick. He's fast. He's going to be a weapon. Just trying to keep it clean and did it on the outside. So it was good fun racing with all the guys up front.
At what point you had him, he got back by you, but it seemed the longer the race went green, your car seemed to get better and better.
Yeah, it kind of felt like last week. Same thing on the long run, and it liked the outside, which I love because in my enduro career, I love the outside passing cars, and I've been struggling the last 2 years to get this thing to do anything. So it was a good night.
Whatever you found in the off season really works for you. I know you and a lot of people have been working hard on this.
Yeah, I got to give a big thank you to all my friends, my family, my girlfriend, all my sponsors, Matty Tire, Down Home Fence, J Corp Unlimited Excavation, Moonlit Roots, Lynch and Convoy Insurance, Abstract Welding, It's a Lascious Life, and Alex Indek and Andy Walker from Cornwell Tools.
All winter long working on this thing, did you ever dream picking up the first 2 wins?
No, not at all. Just based off how the last 2 years have gone, just kind of top 5. That's all we've really been able to do. But I was real hungry after the end of last year. Wanted to win it all, didn't get it done, so I'm hungry this year.
Congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane. Mikey LeFort III. Mikey, congratulations. What a run. Tell us about it.
Oh, it was fun. I just trying to stay up front, and I seen Richie pass me on the outside. He deserved it on the outside. I just wanted to settle for second. I was okay with it.
After that restart, you dropped back to third a little bit. Christian had gotten by you, but you were able to overcome that and get back by him. What was going through your mind?
I was just focused on the front. Not much more than that.
How does it feel to finally get on the podium after all this time? After all this time, it's been a year.
Feels great. Haven't been here since the Bando days, and it's just a lot of fun.
Well, I know you got some people you're dying to thank.
Oh yeah, I want to thank my dad and Junior. They worked their asses off in the shop for the last 3 months till 12 o'clock in the morning. My mom, my sister, my cousin, my uncle, Chris, Bill, Richie, Big Rich, Ascend Creations, Billy's Shine Shop, Helger South Coast Power Equipment, Gonzo's, Simpsons Auto Care, Loud, King Lock, Lacey's Painting, The Best Detailer, Mother Earth, Woodruff Brothers. Yeah.
How does it feel?
Great.
Congratulations. Great run. Manuel finishing third. And AJ, we were talking earlier. Your son was saying how great of a night you had last week going off on the back of a wrecker. Is this a better night for him? Well, I know it is for you.
I don't know. I think he's more happy with the tow truck, so we'll see. Well, I never driven so hard for third in my life, honestly. I just wanted to be up here, get him out on the track with me, and that's enough of a win for me. You
and Arthur got together earlier in the race. Being able to overcome that and get back on the podium has got to feel real good.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I gave him the bottom. I don't know, ran out of talent or something, cleaned me right out. But whatever, no hard feelings. Just drove back through the pack with him and just raced it out to the end. I'm not one of those guys that looking for revenge by any means.
You and Christian had a great battle coming down to the stripe. Did you think you had him?
I thought I had him, and then when I looked up at that leaderboard, it went 0-8 third real quick, but whatever. I have no expectations this year. Just out here having some fun whenever I feel like showing up. Just out here to show this little guy what the fun's all about, and looking forward to a couple more races this year. I mean, finishing second to these guys is nothing to hang your head on. These Acuras are bad fast out here. I was once one of those guys, but now I'm out here trying to figure this thing out and feel like I'm getting a little better each week. So maybe I can get that stick one time for a victory lap. We'll see.
Thinking back to your youth, I'm going to get a little personal here. Thinking back to your youth, you watching your dad's car out here for years, you being able to duplicate that into a championship, and now having your son here with you down on the podium. How does that feel?
It feels great. I mean, it's a full circle life moment right here. I got nothing left to prove out here, really. I mean, if you look at all the win stickers on this car and my car, we got 30-plus wins in this division. Multiple Triple Crowns, championships. I mean, I'm just out here to have some fun, plain and simple.
Congratulations. Great run. Third place. How about a round of applause?